sorted the list of subjects as its amount. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I've just turned on the recording, nothing else. You can carry on.
Okay, ma'am. He has published numerous research papers, and today we are gathered here for a webinar regarding admission process in Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University. I hope this webinar will be very informative and a great help for all the students. So once again, I'll welcome you. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
You can now unmute yourself. I've made you a co-host.
Okay, give me a second. I'll start by sharing my screen. Students, we are going to talk about Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University today, and in this webinar, I am representing the university, and we start by having a look at the photograph of the university. It's located in Dwarka in Delhi, the blue line metro, because in Delhi we define everything by metro. Maybe in your city also the metro will be running now with the change of government. I don't know. At least I can hope that, because you have a person who has contributed a lot to metro at Delhi. Now, when we define anything in Delhi, we define it with the help of metro lines. So this is the blue line metro, right? Moving ahead, this again is the picture of the university. Now, what we are going to discuss today, it's not going to be a long lecture. It will be like a routine lecture. I believe in schools we have 40-minute lectures, so it will be lesser than that. We are going to talk about the university itself. I'll be telling you what this university is, then the courses which this university has, the admission process for this year 2022. We will be talking about the fee structures, because after all, it's your parents' hard-earned money. And the last part of our today's presentation will be the career scope after various professional courses, right? So we are going to talk about 5 things today. We begin by talking about Indraprastha University. Okay. Now, before we move ahead, we need to understand what is the difference between a professional course and an academic course. Why do we need to understand that? Because in Delhi, we have 2 major universities. Like Delhi is the hub of education. We have many universities, many government universities, many private universities. But then there are 2 major universities in Delhi. Which are those? One is the Delhi University. Second is the Indraprastha or the IP University. Now, these 2 are the 2 major government universities. I say so because both these universities have got 100-odd colleges. So wherever you go in Delhi, either you find a DU college or you find a IPU college. Now, IPU is all about, Indraprastha University is all about professional courses, while Delhi University is all about academic courses. So before we start about IP University, we need to understand the difference. We need to compare what is a professional course and what is an academic course. So students, if you do a course like BA, BSc, BCom, then we call it an academic course, and the purpose of that, the purpose of any academic course is to increase your knowledge, and therefore the output is enhancement of knowledge. Agreed. But then a professional course gives you, number one, the knowledge, number two, how to apply that knowledge. We call it skills. And third, a professional course gives you attitude. By attitude, I mean the corporate ready attitude. Say, for example, you are doing journalism, then a specific attitude is needed for a journalist. Say, for example, timelines. Sticking to the timelines is something which a journalist must have. So such attitude is provided by a professional course, and therefore the output of a professional course is not knowledge enhancement, it is placement, it's a job. So the comparison we can summarize like this, that a professional course trains you for a specific job, while an academic course does not train you for a specific job. Talking about professional courses, we have BBA, we have BAJMC, we have BTech, we have BBLLB, BLLB. All these are professional courses which train you for a specific profession. And before I move ahead, the conclusion of this slide is that IPU University runs professional courses while Delhi University runs academic courses. So both the universities do not compete with each other, they complement each other. Now we come to the first part of our presentation, which is regarding IPU University. So let us see what is this IPU University. Students, this was established in 1998, soon after Delhi got its statehood. It's a partial statehood. Till date, Delhi is not a complete state. Then rankings. Oh my God, it's a very controversial issue. Why? Because there are so many people who are providing rankings. We have rankings provided by Times of India, by India Today, by Hindustan Times. So which ranking should you believe, students? Let us try to understand this point first before we talk about the rankings. So there are various ranking agencies, various magazines, newspapers, they keep on ranking organizations. But then, do we believe them? There is a skepticism around that. We have some element of doubt around those rankings. So which rankings should I talk with you today? I'm not going to talk about the rankings given by any magazine or any newspaper. I am going to talk about the rankings given by NIRF. NIRF is National Institutional Ranking Framework. It's a government agency. It's the most authentic agency. Now, how many universities are there in our country? Roughly 900. Out of these 900, what is the ranking of IPU University? Its ranking is 79. Oh, it seems that the ranking is not so good. Now, let me reframe the statement. If there are 875 universities and 79 is the ranking of IPU University, can we say that it stands among the top 9% universities in this country? This is the way you should understand. Or you should not understand rankings in an absolute term. You should understand them in a relative term. So in a relative term, we find that IPU's ranking is among the top 9% universities in India. As far as law courses are concerned, the ranking is very good. IP's law courses are ranked at number 12 in this country. In engineering, the rank is 86th. Again, 86 means what? 86 means among the top 10%. And as far as DBA is concerned, the ranking is 51, which means among the top 6%. So that way we can say that IPU has got good rankings. There is another ranking agency, again a government agency called NAC. The grade given by NAC to IPU is A. Many of you may be going to foreign countries for your post-graduation. So you need to understand what is AIU. Well, Association of Indian Universities is something whose membership provides international recognition to any degree. For example, a university is not a member of AIU. It means that its degrees may be recognized in India, but they are not recognized throughout the world. So IPU University has got membership of AIU, Association of Indian Universities, which means that IP's degrees are recognized throughout the world. Say, for example, you do BBA from India and you want to pursue MBA from Harvard or Wharton or Yale or any other university. In that case, there is no question of the recognition of degree. IPU's degrees are recognized by all other universities in the world because of its being member of AIU. Well, IPU has got 95 colleges which are located in Delhi and NCR, and the number of courses is around 80, about which I am going to talk about today. And there are 81,000 students in IPU. Now, when I say 81,000, an interesting point comes into the mind, that who are these celebrities who studied at IPU? Okay, so the next part is, who are the celebrities who studied at IPU? So the first celebrity is someone whom all of you know. She is none other than your favorite Taapsee Pannu. Yes, my dear students, Taapsee Pannu did her BTech Computer Science from IPU in 2009. She needs no introduction. Then we have Gaurav Sharma. If you are fond of reading novels, you must have read these very popular novels, God of the Salid, Long Live the Salid, or Gone Are the Days. All of them are authored by Gaurav Sharma, who did his journalism from IPU in 2014. Well, the deputy leader of Lok Sabha, deputy leader of Congress in Lok Sabha, also did his engineering from IPU. This face again, I believe each one of you can recognize this face. So Amish Devgan also did his journalism from IPU. He's a very popular news anchor. The list is very long, but I need to summarize it. So the last celebrity, the list is very long, as I said. So Guneet Monga again did her journalism from IPU, and she is known for owning a production house which has produced very important low budget super hit movies like Gangs of Wasipur, Masan, Zuba, etc. Guneet Monga again did her journalism from IPU. So I'll stop here and move to the next section of the presentation. Okay. The second part of our today's presentation is regarding the courses. As I said, IPU is known for professional courses and not academic courses. So let us understand, let us subdivide the professional courses for understanding purposes. Students' professional courses can be put into two categories. One category is stream neutral courses. What are stream neutral courses? Stream neutral courses are those for pursuing which you need not have any specific discipline at your 12th. You may have humanities, you may have commerce, PCM, biology, or even vocational. You are fully eligible for these courses. On the other hand, we have courses like BTech or architecture or maybe pharmacy, which are not stream neutral. For pursuing these courses, you need to have a specific stream at your 11th and 12th. For example, if you want to become an engineer, so for doing BTech, you need to have PCM, physics, chemistry, maths at your 12th. Similarly, for architecture, you need PCM at 12th. For pharmacy or nursing or MBBS, you need to have biology at your 12th, right? I'll go back to the stream neutral courses. What are these? This category is little long. BA LLB 5-year integrated, BBA LLB 5-year integrated, then journalism, we call it BA JMC, then BBA, hotel management. All these are stream neutral courses which are available at IPU. I'll be telling you about how to get admission in these courses in the subsequent section of this presentation, right? So these are all stream neutral courses. Whichever is your stream at 12 does not matter. you are eligible to take admission in these courses. And the second, BTech, etc., not stream neutral, you need to have a specific stream. Now, how to get admission in these courses at IPU? So, students, there are courses for which national level tests are available, and there are courses for which national level tests are not available. For instance, for BTech, JEE is a national level test which is available. For law, CLAT is available, for which the last date for applying is approaching. For architecture, NATA is available at the national level. For MBBS, BAMS, BHMS, we have NEET at the national level. Now, please note, for all the courses for which national level tests are available, IPU does not conduct its own entrance exam. Why? Because it is not needed. Why should a student fill multiple forms? So for engineering, law, architecture, MBBS, you have to fill the national level exams, you have to appear in those exams, get a score, and those scores will be accepted by IPU. Very simple, right? Then there are courses like BBA, journalism, etc., for which no national level test is available. In such cases, IPU conducts its own entrance exam, for which also the forms are available as on date. The forms are open, they are very much available, right? So if you are interested in BTech, you have to fill JE. For law, you have to apply for CLAT. For, again, the last date is approaching. For architecture, apply for NATA. For MBBS, BMS, BHMS, apply for NEET. For hotel management, IPU conducts its own entrance exam. Also, please mind, there's an overlapping in hotel management, in the sense that for hotel management, there's a national level exam, and also IPU conducts its exam. For journalism, only IPU's exam is available, no national level exam is available. So you have to appear for CET, for which also the forms are available as on date. So that was about the admission process. The link is there. Sukriti, can I request you to post this, or you can post it subsequently, this link, so that the students can click and know the details. So that was about the admission process. Well, students, due to various waves of COVID, now I was watching the news yesterday that the fourth wave is also approaching. So a special provision has been made by IPU that you can visit any IPU college and finalize your admission then and there. So this is a special provision due to the disturbances in our environment which have happened during the past 2 odd years. So this provision is a special provision for 2022 only. For example, if I want to finalize my admission today, I can visit any IPU college and I can take admission, right? Then there are certain things like early bird scholarships. Yes, if you take admission at an early stage, then you may be having some advantages in fee or something like that. Okay, so we complete the second portion of our presentation, which was regarding the courses. The next part is regarding the fee structures. Yes, as I said, it's your parents' hard-earned money, right? So if it's your parents' hard-earned money, what do I suggest? Well, in Delhi NCR, there's a complete range of fee structures available. You go to universities like OP Jindal, the fee structure is approximately 8 lakhs per annum. Then you go to universities like MET, the fee structure is around 3 lakhs per annum. You go to Bennett, it is 4 to 5 lakhs per annum. But IPU is not in that category. IPU belongs to the economy zone, which means the fee structures are ranging between 80,000 per year to 1,15,000 per year only. I'll give you examples. Say, for example, for law course, the annual fee is 79,825. And then one more thing, the fee structures vary between the colleges also, but then more or less this range is available for you for all the IPU courses. For journalism, the fee structure is 80,000 per annum. For BBA, the fee structure is 92,000 per annum, something like this. But in a broader sense, we can say that this is the range which is available. And yes, there are no hidden charges because IPU is a government university, right? So to conclude the fee structure part, I will say that IPU's fee structures, they all lie in the economy zone. And I know you love the economy air travel, right? So economy zone is something which we can label the IPU's fee structures. That was about the fee structure. Now we have one more thing about the fee structure. Well, once you become a student of IPU, some good scholarships are available. And the beauty of these scholarships is that these scholarships are not for A category or B category or SC or ST or minorities. Of course, for those categories, scholarships are available, but this MCM, merit cum means, is a scholarship available for the general category. Generally, we find that scholarships are not meant for general category, but with IPU, we have a very important scholarship called merit cum means scholarship, which is available for the general category. Yes, there are other scholarships for economically weaker sections, SC, ST, minorities, etc. Then the colleges also offer scholarships for their own rankers. Say, for example, I get second rank in my batch, so I also get some scholarship. Those are separate things, right? I think with this we complete the money part, and now we reach the last part of our presentation, which is talking about the scope of these professional courses. And I will start by talking about the scope of law courses. Well, when I talk about law courses, I'm talking not about LLB, which is 3-year LLB after graduation. I'm talking about the 5-year integrated law course, which gives you 2 degrees in 5 years. Say, for instance, you do BBA LLB, you get BBA, and you also get LLB. In 5 years, you save 1 year there, right? The scope of these law courses, first is litigation. Put on a black coat, go to the district court or the high court or the Supreme Court, and you start practicing. The first scope of a law course. Second, you join a law firm, you do a job, you do a 9-to-5 job, and you join a law firm. So there are various law firms. I can name few of them, Amarchand Mangal Das, or so on and so forth. There are so many law firms, and they provide you jobs wherein you help and advocate with researches in the area of law. Then all the companies, like you name any company and they need lawyers. Microsoft needs lawyers, Google needs lawyers, Tata need lawyers. So this is the second way in which you can have your career, that you join a job. Third is judiciary. Well, becoming a judge gives a fascinating feeling to us. Yes, you can try and you can become a judge. For that, you have to fight the competitive exam for judiciary, which every state conducts. The fourth option is politics. Why do I say so? Because when you look around, right from Mahatma Gandhi to Jawaharlal Nehru to Sardar Patel to Barack Obama to the recently elected Indian Vice President of USA, Kamala Harris, all are lawyers. So therefore, I tell in my presentations that it seems to me that politics is also a career option for lawyers. So these 4 career options are available if you do a course like BA LLB or BB LLB with IPU. Talking about the scope after journalism, well, students, the area of journalism has gone a paradigm shift. I must say, it has undergone a paradigm shift during the past 3-4 years. How? It's all because of this mobile and the advent of OTT, over the top. Because now journalism or this entire filmmaking and all that, it no more means theater. It no more means television. OTT means Amazon. It means Sony Live. It means Netflix. So with the advent of OTT, I must say that the scope of journalism has become manifold. Earlier, we had only movies and then the big people were there and lobbying was there. Kangana Ranaut talks about the mafia in Bollywood, so many things are there. But with OTT, finished are all those things. Everyone can get a scope. Freshers are getting good scope with OTT because so much production is happening with OTT. So means daily we have excellent serials coming up on the OTT platforms. So who are working behind these serials or these series? These are the students of journalism only. So to conclude the scope of journalism, I can say that anchoring, content writing, video editing, print journalism, so many areas are there, and all these areas have become manifold due to OTT, over the top. Okay. Coming to the scope of management course, I'm talking about BBA because after 12th you can do BBA only. So there are 5 traditional areas in which a BBA can have a career path: marketing, finance, HR, operations, and international business, right? So if you are a BBA, then you can have a career path in all these 5 areas. Say, for example, if you choose marketing, then you may be selling products and services. If you choose operations, then you may be working within a bank. If you choose HR, you may be into recruitment or promotions. If you choose finance, then you may be into the insurance sector or the banking sector, so on and so forth. So these are the career options after the management course. After 12th, you can do BB. Hotel management is again a course which can give you very good career options. So while we enter a hotel, there is someone who greets us. He's the front office guy. So front office is an area wherein a hotel management graduate can have a career path. BHMCT is a 4-year course approved by AICTE. Then housekeeping is another area in which the hotel management students can have their career. Housekeeping is about maintaining the property, keeping it clean, neat and clean, and keeping it well streamlined. Then the third area in which a hotel management graduate can have a career path is food and beverage. Food and beverage is about the kitchen and the bar. Yes, that's an important area because all of us work for our stomach. So food and beverage is another area. So traditionally we say that there are 3 areas in which you can have a job in hotel management: housekeeping, front office, food and beverage. Also, you can become an entrepreneur and you can easily own a restaurant if you are a hotel management graduate. Moving ahead. If you do BTech, in that case, there are various branches of BTech, but you need to understand an important point here. What is the point? The point is that technology has got patterns. While we see that some branches, they move up at some point in time, then they move down. So there are a lot of trends in technology. When India became independent, civil was a branch which was doing very well. There was a lot of demand in civil. Why? Because the nation was building. We needed bridges, we needed roads, so on and so forth. Then electrical came up because India was a power deficient country. Then mining came up. So engineering is something which is pattern oriented. At one point in time, one branch does well. At another point in time, another branch does well. But as far as today is concerned, I'm not going to tell you the scope of civil or mechanical or electrical or mining branches, or even branches like biotech or ceramics or chemical. I am going to talk with you today about the branch which, in my opinion, is the branch of the future. It is the computer science branch. Yes, I'm going to talk about the scope of that. Well, cloud is one area in which there's a lot of scope. I hope you understand what is cloud intelligence is another area in which the computer science engineers have a lot of scope. Cyber security, yes, it's a big area. Then IoT, Internet of Things. This is another area. So I am talking with you only about the scope of BTech Computer Science, and within that, I am talking about the scope of, I'm talking about the branches like clouding, artificial intelligence, IoT, cybersecurity, etc. One more branch which you can also consider is electronics, which is also close to computers, but not computer science. So in my opinion, with COVID and all these things, in the coming 4 decades, computer science branch is going to see a good demand. So I'm talking about the scope of this only, while I'm talking about the scope of engineering branches. Well, in the question and answer session, I can take up the scope of other branches as well, right? As far as architecture is concerned, well, if you go for B.Arch, which is a 5-year course, then you can have a career in the housing industry, you can have a career in the infrastructure sector, so on and so forth. Yes, architecture is something which is not doing well because of demonetization and the fall of the housing industry. The last part is regarding the scope of biology. Well, there's a lot of misconception regarding biology, that if I opt for biology, I need to become a doctor. It's a big misconception. How many students are able to become doctors? Maybe 0.5%. So does it mean that the scope of biology is lesser? No. If you take biology, you know, becoming a doctor is a very small thing. You can become a scientist. You can you can go for B Pharma. You can own a medical store. You can become a medical representative. All these areas are there, which are other than MBBS, other than becoming a doctor, if you go for biology. Now, there are various misconceptions. People say, oh, medical representative means sitting and waiting for the doctors. Let me tell you, it is not the case. Companies like Glaxo, like Cipla, like Dr. Reddy's, Ranbaxy, they pay very well to their medical representatives. So it may involve traveling, but medical representative has got a very good scope. And yes, after COVID, governments are going to invest, individuals are going to invest more in the health sector. So when we talk about biology, forget about MBBS. Fine, it's fine. But then there are so many areas in which biology students can have a scope. We have come to the end of this presentation, students. And the question which is coming to your mind is, which course is best for me? Should anyone answer that question? I think if anyone answers that question, that person misguides you. I'll tell you why. Because in a 15-minute meeting, can I find out which course is best for you? Never. Why? Because in a 15-minute meeting, I cannot judge your knowledge, I cannot judge your skills, I cannot judge your attitude. So which course is best for me? I'll try to answer in my own way with the help of this diagram. Now, what is this diagram telling you? Well, see the middle part of the diagram. Majority of the people are in the middle part of the diagram. So I say that whichever course you do, whichever course you check in this world, researchers say that 50% people belonging to every course, every stream are happy, satisfied, and successful. 25% are outstanding. And then there are always 25% of the people who are not so successful. You check the records of world history. This is what the history says. So therefore, I'll not say which course is good for you. I'll say, I'll answer this question, which course is best for you, through my last slide of this presentation, which says that whichever course you do, you may go for engineering, BBA, journalism, hotel management, law, anything. The formula for success is that you should have the right set of knowledge. You should know how to apply that knowledge, means the right set of skills, and you should have the corporate ready attitude. If you have these three things, whichever course you pursue, whichever stream you choose, my dear students, success is waiting for you, happiness is waiting for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for that wonderfully informative presentation. I have received a question in the chat box, but I'm unable to identify the student's name because they've entered with I think their mobile name. The question is related to how the student can prepare for the entrance exams of IP University.
Okay. So typically any entrance exam has got three parts. First is your general knowledge. Second is your mathematics, or we call it mental aptitude or reasoning. And third is English. If you are well versed with these three things, well, you can apply for any competitive exam, whether it is CLAT or it is JEE. All those things means JEE, of course, is engineering, so you need PCM. Whether it is CLAT or it is CET or it is exam for hotel management or journalism, the three things which you require is English, maths, and GK. So start preparing for these things, these three things, and this is what is there not only in IPU entrance exams, but in every entrance exam at after 12th.
So the next question is by Navpreet Kaur. She wants to know if it is easy to switch courses within the university.
It's difficult, and it is so difficult that it is impossible to switch courses between the sessions at IP University. I'll give you an example to explain. For example, in 2022, I take admission in BBA, and in 23, I want to switch to BJMC. It's not possible at IPU. I think the student must have heard about the new education policy. That is why she's asking this question. But I can tell you in IPU, it's impossible. You can't switch. So make up your mind right before you take admission.
Next question is by Manya, asking which provides higher scope in future, BBA or BTech?
Well, I told you, if you have the right set of knowledge, skills, and attitude, you can have a good, very good, excellent, outstanding future with any stream. If she's asking between BBA and BTech. Okay.
Yes, sir, BBA and BTech.
Okay, so one thing I can tell you that BBA is more a communication skill oriented course, while this BTech is more a coding oriented course or a mathematics oriented course. So if you are good in language, BBA may suit you better. If you are good in maths, BTech computer science will suit you better.
So the last question that I have is again from a student whose name is not properly written here. That is, he or she has been thinking of opting for investment banking in future. So is there any course related to the same that they can pursue at this level in IP University?
Yes, if you want to go for investment banking, then you should opt for BBA, because in BBA you have right from the beginning, you study accounts, finance, banking, or investment. All these things are there, and after BBA you can go for a career in investment, no doubt about that. And as far as specializations are concerned, I can tell you that specializations are seldom available at the graduation level. Means actual specializations happen only at the postgraduate level. Although again, with the new education policy, not many specializations have been brought in at the graduate level as well. So if you want to become an investment banker, BBA seems to be the best course for you.
We do have a few more questions coming up, and I think the chat box is kind of flooding now.
Yeah, we can take up.
Yeah, there is one question by Yugam asking why should we choose BBA over journalism or journalism over BBA?
Sukriti would have answered that question better, but I'll give it a try. So between BBA and journalism, I'll put it like this, that I can say that becoming a journalist is like understanding something and reporting it, while BBA is more about selling goods and services. So if you have interest in traveling, if you have interest in communications, in speaking with people, in selling, then BBA is better suited for you. But if you are more interested in writing and such things, then journalism may be a better course for you.
Yes, sir. The next question is by Gurnoor Kaur, asking if the university provides liberal art courses.
Well, liberal arts, for liberal arts, Gurnoor, I would not suggest IPU. Means I would suggest other universities for liberal arts, and I should suggest Ashoka University near Delhi. For liberal arts, please go to that university. Although the fee structures are quite high as 9 lakhs per annum. But if you are good, they'll take a test. If you are good in liberal arts, they'll provide you very good scholarships. So I recommend Ashoka University for liberal arts. I will not recommend IPU.
So the next question is related to whether BTech is, again by Manya, whether BTech has mandatory requirement of mathematics or not.
Definitely it has. PCM is something, not only mathematics, Manya, but physics, chemistry, maths is something which you need to have at your 11th and 12th if you want to do BTech. Well, there are branches like BTech Biotech, wherein even if you don't have maths, you can take admission. But then these branches, unfortunately, are not doing well in our country. BTech Biotech is one branch wherein you may not need mathematics.
So just the final question now from Meetu Jindal, asking about the MBA program in the university.
You can do MBA after BBA or after journalism or after hotel management, because management is something which you can pursue after your graduation in any field. Even if you do BA English honors or psychology honors, after that you can go for MBA. At IPU, MBA is, again, I said, in 5 branches. Those branches are marketing, finance, HR, international business, and operations. So MBA is available with these 5 branches or specializations.
Thank you so much, sir, for answering all the queries. I think that we have come to the conclusion of this session now. I would first of all like to extend my vote of thanks to Dr. Ravi Swami for conducting this wonderful session. And secondly, my thanks goes out to the management and the teachers of Ryan International School, and to Payal Agarwal ma'am for coordinating this session, and to all the students who have joined here today and who have actively participated in this session. Thank you so much for joining us. Payal ma'am, do you have any final remarks in the end? You're on mute, ma'am. Ma'am, please unmute yourself. I'll make you a co-host again, I think. Yes, you can try that again now.
Thank you, ma'am. I was unable to unmute myself, actually. Thank you, sir, from my bottom of my heart. From your busy schedule, it was wonderful to have as a guest speaker. And might be your words helped and magnify our cause in best possible way. All thanks to you for your enlightening words and inspiring my students. Thank you.